Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there. Welcome back to another episode of Sneaker Talk, where we talk about the latest sneaker news, sneaker releases, and just sneakers in general. In today's episode, we have to talk about the upcoming pack of sneakers that are releasing in collaboration with Union LA and Jordan Brand. Yes, guys, I'm finally covering it. It's finally getting a video to itself. Well, it's actually going to get two videos. In today's episode of Sneaker Talk, we're going to be covering all the sneakers that are releasing in Union LA's collaboration with Jordan Brand. We'll cover all the release details, all the official images, and my thoughts and opinions on all four pairs of the sneakers. Now, at the same time, there is going to be an episode 2. This will be uploading and, being debuted after, obviously, this episode, episode 1. And episode 2 will consist of all the apparel that is releasing as part of the Union LA Jordan Brand collaboration. Now, if you guys are unaware of the Union LA history with Jordan Brand, a couple years ago, Jordan Brand and Union collaborated together to do a couple pairs of Air Jordan 1s. What they did with these pairs of Air Jordan 1s is right where, actually I can use it as an example, never mind, hold up. So, what happened was Union LA did a really unique take on the Air Jordan 1. What they did is they cut off the top of the Jordan 1 here, right at where the heel is, and they stitched on a different colorway, usually a very contrasting colorway, on top to make it look like this Frankenstein monster Jordan 1. It was handled very, very well. All the colorways look really, really good. I really like the black toe pair that released in that. I haven't been able to pick a pair up. I don't even know if they released in a size 16, but that was our the biggest Union LA Jordan Brand collaboration there. That was the one that set the standard, set everyone's expectations. Everyone really, really enjoyed that collaboration there, or at least I'm probably generalizing a lot there. Most people have really, really enjoyed that collaboration. Now in 2020, we are getting another lot of Union Jordan Brand sneakers. So that's what we're going to be covering today. It releases in less than 13 hours, so get ready, guys. We'll cover all the release details, all the official images, and my thoughts and opinions by using Union LA's store to cover all these upcoming sneakers that are releasing as part of this collaborative pack. Now, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming sneaker releases, upcoming Jordan Brand releases, and upcoming Jordan Brand collaborations, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and a subscribe to the channel. We are literally like one subscriber away from hitting our milestone this month of 2,600 subscribers. Please, fellas, tell one friend, just one friend. We just need one friend, and then hopefully we can hit that milestone of 2,600 subscribers before the month ends. But let's press on. So let's head on over to the Union Jordan LA page to cover all the sneakers that are releasing in this Union LA Jordan Brand 2020 sneaker pack. And here we are on the Union Jordan LA store page. Now, I will link it down in the description section below if you want. As we can see, the collection releases in 12 hours and 39 minutes. It'll also release on Nike.com. It'll release on Jordan.com, or the Jordan Brand store. I want to say the day after. I looked at a Nike news article, and it said it's releasing on the 30th on the Jordan store. Now, just to inform you guys, this pack that it contains all these sneakers, it has double the quantity that the Air Jordan 1 collaboration had. So you're gonna have a better chance picking these up than you did with the Air Jordan 1s, but at the same time, this is gonna be botted to hell, man. There's gonna be so many people after this. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. Good luck to everyone that's going for it. Now, we'll dive into just the sneakers from here, but this is what the store page looks like. Couple of videos and a couple, little paragraphs here explaining some of the collection. Couple models styling the collection here with some crazy outfits and some weird face paint. I gotta say, they look very weird with their face paint, but whatever. That's just Union LA being Union LA, I suppose. And as we scroll down, we hit the 4 sneakers that we are getting. So the most sought after sneakers that are releasing in this pack is the Air Jordan 4s in the guava and off noir colorways. We're also getting an Air Jordan Delta Mid in the off noir colorway as well. And last but not least, we have an Air Jordan Zoom 92 guava colorway as well. There we go. That is the 4 sneakers that are releasing in this pack. We'll start off by diving into the Air Jordan 4 guava colorway, and we'll work our way through it. So let's go have a look at that colorway now, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on that. So let's dive in. So, Air Jordan 4 Guava. First time around, we took a crack at the Air Jordan 1, which was my favorite of all time. From our sophomore album, we pivot to my second favorite, the Air Jordan 4. The vision here was to mix suede and mesh fabrics, so we worked really hard to find the right materials. For the suede, we took hints of really thick plush suedes like what we found on Birkenstock sandals. For the mesh, we wanted an old school mesh like the OG sneakers of the 80s. For the colors, we wanted something the narrative. We started with the Air Jordan 1s, black, white, red, blue, white, at the same time offering something new. We used muted versions of these colors. Back in the day, I had always liked to wear my Air Jordan 4s with a short tongue, so I would fold them over themselves and tie them down. So we decided to fold the tongue over and stitch it down with the same stitch pattern that we used on the Jordan 1s. The good news here is that the stitch can easily be removed to reveal a normal tongue size if that's your preference. Another fun detail is that the tongue folded over, the original Air Jordan interior branding now becomes external. The other major thing we did is we edited the paneling of the shoes to create a slightly different shape to the shoes. You might not catch this at first, but we'd like you to compare our design to the OG Jordan 4s. You can tell we added an extra panel. We did this for 2 reasons. First off, it created a dope toe vamp view when you look down. My favorite view is when you look right down at the kicks, the bird's eye view. Secondly, it allows for a more balanced ratio of mesh to suede, which is something I was trying to achieve as well. Lastly, we added a yellow outsole to give kind of an ain't acquainted look to our Air Jordan 1. Enjoy, Chris Union, the owner of Union LA. Well, there you go. That's his inspiration behind it. Now we'll just have a look at the official images of the Air Jordan 4 there. So here it is in all its glory. It's a very interesting take on the Air Jordan 4. As we can see here, this is when the tongue is folded outwards, so then the Air Jordan branding that's normally on top of your foot is now being exposed. Now, this is my least favorite look on the actual Air Jordan 4 Union LA collaboration. I really don't like the tongue being flipped out and then sewn down to showcase Air Jordan. I prefer when it's flipped up and you see the Jumpman. It's a lot better that way. Like this, there you go. So now the stitching has been removed from the tongue, so the tongue's been fully flipped up. So that's how it looks there with the Air Jordan branding being showcased. Notice that the red matches the eyelet panels and the mesh back here. And that's what it looks like normally. I prefer how it looks normally just because that's the Air Jordan 4 that I know and love. You know, like that's the look that I really like. All in all, the colorway itself isn't too bad. I don't mind the use of colors here. It's a fun shoe that definitely will work really well for spring or summer. Because of its use of lighter materials like suede and mesh, it'll give that breathability factor for those really hot days there. What I really have to commemorate is that Union LA went with OG branding. Thank you Union LA. Union LA has decided to put Nike Air on the back, just like how Jordan 4s were back in 1989. Like, it's what I want. It's exactly what I want when you collaborate with Jordan brand. OG branding. We can see the Air Jordan branding that was exposed initially being put back on the interior of the shoe once you undo the stitching there. We can see a better bird's eye view of what the actual Air Jordan 4 looks like with it out like that. Some people will prefer it this way. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist with how I like my sneakers, so I like them looking exactly how they looked when they first released. So I want them looking like how they looked in 1989, which is with the tongue fully up. You can notice that the OG branding continues here with Nike branding on the bottom. It's a nice outsole. I just wish that it's a bit too yellow, isn't it? It looks like some like cream, you know, like it looks like someone smeared like some really yellowy cream on the bottom of it. It just looks a little bit off. It comes with a co-branded hang tag as well. There's a zoom up of the tongue there when the stitching, as we can see the yellow stitching, just like how the Air Jordan 1s had. We can see this is how it looks, and this is where the stitching is when it's not undone, and that's it undone. It has a Jumpman and it has a Union written in cursive font underneath of it. There's a zoom in of the suede. It looks like a very high quality suede that Union is using. Another photo of the mesh paneling that we get showcased to us, as well as the suede panel there. And hidden under this guard here, we can see the Union LA tag just there. They had the same thing on the Air Jordan 1s there. Another shoot of that as well. More photos of the suede and the outsole. And that's it there. That rounds it off there, and that's all the photos of the first colorway, which is the guava colorway there now. I reckon these will retail for around $215 US. Knowing Jordan Brand, whenever there's a collaboration, they usually add about another 15 bucks to it. I can't imagine it going for much more than that. All in all, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. The colorway is a little bit out there, but it's not the worst collaboration that I've seen. I kind of wish that they chose some different colors for the Air Jordan 4 here, and just the color blocking is a little bit weird. I mean, having blue and red at the back, blue and red at the back here, and then trying to match that with blue here, red here, and then just this, really weird colorway at the front here. I don't know. Yeah, just all in all, to sum it up, the colorway is a little bit weird for this first one. I'm more leaning towards the off noir. I think that's the one that I prefer a little bit more. This one isn't hitting it off with me too much. But that's everything I really have to say about the first colorway, which is the guava colorway. We'll move on over now and have a look at the off noir Jordan 4 colorway. Now, I was going to read the little blurb again of like this one, but I was like, nah, look, we just read it. It's the exact same. They didn't change it for the colorway. So it's still what Chris was saying about the Air Jordan 4 and how he used to wear them and stuff like that back in the day. So I wasn't going to read that again. I was like, let's just go straight to the images. So this is the other alternative colorway for this collaboration, which is the off noir colorway. I just prefer this one more. The color's just a lot easier to wear, having that primarily black upper with like little hints of color. It's a lot easier to rock with my wardrobe, so that's why I think I'm leaning more towards this one. I like the silver detailing and the red detailing matching up with the tongue tag here. It works really well. The blue doesn't completely throw off this shoe. It's still quite subtle. It's like just on this panel here. I think the off noir is definitely the way to go. I think this is the better one. OG branded still, you know, Nike on the bottom, Nike Air on the back. Co-branded tags, Jordan Brand and Union tags there. Yeah, I definitely am gonna say that the off noir colorway is more my thing. It just kind of looks like like an alternative bread 4, you know, and I kind of vibe with that. It's kind of nice. Yeah, so if I had to choose, if there was an option to buy these in a size 16, I would be picking up the off noir colorway. That's definitely my preference over the guava colorway. We'll move on to the third sneaker that is releasing in this pack, which from memory was the Delta Mids. So we'll go check those out and see what Chris has to say about those. Okay, so here we are, the Air Jordan Delta Mid off noir colorway. In addition to the Air Jordan 4, we added 2 additional shoes to our collection, the Zoom 92 and the Delta Mid. For both designs, we took colors and fabrics from the Air Jordan 4 and applied them here to these new shoes. With the Jordan Delta, Jordan Brand brings together its heritage of high-end material craftsmanship and high-tech construction methods. The shoe is designed for daily wear and is highlighted by an upper constructed with breathable mesh and augmented by lush suede overlays. The interior is seamless to prevent abrasion and ensure a smooth feel against the foot for an all-day comfort. Additional padding to the collar and an ergonomic tongue and heel loops further prioritize function-first design. Underfoot, the Jordan Delta has a full-length Nike React foam. Ooh! Ooh! That's gonna be comfy. The shoe's abstract Herobrine pattern, which references a basketball mainstay for attraction, delivers support and lightweight flexibility. Damn. Okay. Well, this is going to be a very, very comfy shoe. We just read it there. It has full-length Nike React foam. So inside this hardened plastic exterior outsole, we have an interior of just the best Nike technology at the moment, you know? And I'm keen to dive into this one. So what we'll do now is we'll dive into all these images and have a look at the Air Jordan Delta Mid that is releasing as part of this collaboration. And here it is, the Delta Mid. Definitely a more performance-based looking shoe. I mean, that outsole looks like every modern day, performance basketball shoe. I like the use of Jordan 5 panels here. Do I have mine? No, I can't be bothered picking them up. Well, actually, no, they're 6s, aren't they? They're 6 panels. The 5s don't have holes in them. The 5s have the really padded and exaggerated heels, but the 6s are the ones with the actual breathable little holes there. So that was my mistake there. Yeah, it looks like a combination of various different Jordan models put together to make this like performance basketball Frankenstein mix. I don't mind the actual shoe itself too much, but I kind of wish that we didn't have all these tags on it. I feel like the shoe would look a lot better without this pull tab at the back, this tag on the tongue. I feel like it would just look a lot nicer that way. That's just my personal preference. Maybe you disagree with me there, but yeah, no, get rid of these tags. Maybe I should just buy a pair and cut them off, but I think it would look a lot better without them. The overall colorway is a lot more better than the guava colorway that we saw in the Air Jordan 4s, you know, because it's a primarily black upper with some splash of red, a splash of blue, and a splash of yellow. Like, it's not too bad. The outsole, the yellowed outsole, I'm not hugely fussed by it. On the tongue, we have the Wings logo, but it's all, you know, grayed out. It has 23 written on it and the Union tag going over the top of it. It's kind of cool with that regard. The branding on the tongue is done very well. I kind of just wish it wasn't a huge tag like this though. All in all, this shoe looks mad comfy. It looks like it's a combination of various Jordan models. Like we can see this is a Jordan 1 looking tongue right here. We've got Jordan 6, you know, material like designs back here. It's just a wacky looking shoe. It's pretty crazy. I'm not really feeling all these holes in the back of it though. I kind of wish this was just like one big mesh panel here. Oh, sorry, one big suede panel here. But it's all right. It's not too bad. It's not my go-to. It's not my favorite from this collection. I would say the Off Noir 4s are my favorite from this collection. But it's not too bad. I honestly don't mind this one too much. But yes, that is the third sneaker that's releasing in this collection, which was the Delta Mids. We'll move on now to the Zoom 92s and have a look at our final sneaker that's releasing in this pack. And last but not least, here we are. We have the Air Jordan Zoom 92 in the Guava colorway. Just straight off the bat, this is probably my least favorite shoe that is releasing out of this pack. If I had to rank them, it would go Jordan 4 Off Noir, Jordan 4 Guava probably, and then the Delta Mids, and then the Zoom 92s. This is definitely my least favorite. It's not doing much for me, but we'll read into the explanation behind it all, and then we'll dive into all the images. So in addition to the Air Jordan 4, we've added 2 models. We've read that part. They're adding the Zoom 92s and the Delta Mids. A blend of basketball tradition and Jordan brand innovation. The Jordan Zoom 92. Now, just quickly, before we read into that, judging by the name, it's going to be a combination of the Jordan 5s, 6s, and 7s, because the 6s came out in 91, the 7s came out in 92. I feel like this one's going to be heavily inspired and like a modern day version of the Jordan 7, primarily. Let's see what they say. is inspired by elements from the 3 iconic shoes that fed off the supercharged energy of '92. The Air Jordan 7, the Nike Air Max 180, and the Nike Air Force 5. Okay, I was sort of right. 1 out of 3 ain't bad, you know? We got the Jordan 7, but I didn't guess the Air Max 180s or the Nike Air Force 5. The Zoom 92 carries both visual and functional details from the 3 shoes. The distorted layering of the Air Jordan 7 is suggested in the bold split axe across the 92 upper, creating a blocked layered transparency that provides detail and perceptual depth. An Air Jordan 7 inspired 9-inch, I'm assuming 9-inch heel? Is that what it's meant to be? So the 9 heel badge appears on the molded pattern heel. Meanwhile, the visible technology characterized the 2 Nike shoes and recent Nike basketball design language. The Air Max 180 and the Nike Air Force 5 appears specifically in the exposure of the 4-foot Zoom airbag working with material clashes. There you go. So that's all the details there. Basically, it's a combination of 3 shoes that came out in '92. So the Air Jordan 7, the Air Max 180, and the Nike Air Force 5. It's an interesting lot. Now, I'm assuming because it's the Zoom 92, we're gonna have Zoom technology in it. So it's not Nike React, it's Zoom technology in that outsole and outsole and midsole there. So it still will be really, really comfortable. What we'll do now is we'll dive into these images and have a look at the Zoom 92s. So yes, here it is. We can see the very, very retro Zoom Air logo done on the side there. Normally this is done on the insole or something like that, but it's interesting to see it being put on the exterior there. We have Air done in its retro font on the little air bubble that's visible there. We have a yellowed out outsole, as the ongoing trend of this collection is to probably reference the 90s, reference the past. And by then, if you were to look at Air Jordan 4s now from the 90s, from 1990, like a pair of Jordan 4s, they would all have this yellowed outsole because, you know, those outsoles made in the early 90s did not last. They were not the best use of material. Well, they were the best materials at the time, but they did not age well. They did not age well. So I can understand the use of this yellow theme for the outsoles for this whole collection. Yeah, all in all, there's the 9 badge at the back. That's from the Air Jordan 7, referencing it there. I mean, yeah, this is still my least favorite one out of all 4 of the sneakers that are releasing, but it's not absolutely horrible. The colorway is actually handled really, really well here, and I actually like the color blocking the most on this model out of all the models that we've seen. I think the utilization of color here is the best. You know, subtle usage of blue here, same with the red, and it's a primarily grayish white on the upper with that yellowed outsole. They've chosen to do the colors very, very well in this model here. I just don't like the overall silhouette of the model. So the overall shape of the model, I wouldn't wear something like this. This wouldn't be for me. It's not for my wardrobe, so I wouldn't pick something like this up. The 4s or the Delta mids are more my type of thing, but I have to give them, you know, props for doing a really good job with the colors. So you get that Union LA, even though I'm beating this one up pretty bad. The Union, what is it? I forgot the name already. Zoom 92s. You've done well on the colors there, but there's not much else that I'm really feeling from this one. So that's it, guys. That is all 4 of the sneakers that are dropping on August 29th, 2020. The retail prices we didn't really get from the store page, but I reckon the Jordan 4s are going to release for around $215. The Delta mids are going to be a little bit pricey because they have full length Nike React in them, and the Zoom Air ones are still going to be quite expensive as well. I can imagine they're all going to go for around either the high 100 USD mark or the low to mid 200 USD mark. That's what I imagine the price point's going to be. Out of all 4 of them, I'm going to put the Off Noir Jordan 4s at spot number 1, the Guava Jordan 4s at spot number 2, the Delta Mids at number 3, and unfortunately the Zoom 92s at spot number 4. But I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about this Union LA Jordan Brand collaboration? What is your favorite sneaker that is releasing in this collection? Is it the Jordan 4s? Is it the Delta Mids? Or is it the Zoom 92s? Are you a fan of the Zoom 92s? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the Union LA 2020 Jordan Brand sneaker pack on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or scroll on down and let me know what you think about it down in that comment section below. And that's it, guys. That is all the sneakers that are releasing in the sneaker capsule between Union LA and Jordan Brand that is releasing on August 29th on their store, Nike store, Jordan store, and probably a bunch of other stores. There are different release dates though. As I mentioned, I was reading a Nike news article and allegedly the Jordan store is getting it a day later. Also, Chris, the owner of Union LA, has confirmed that there's 2 times the quantity of the Jordan 1 Union LAs. So be prepared for that. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy experience buying these if you're thinking that. I'm just going to say you have a higher chance. I mean, he said double, so whatever the quantity was of the Air Jordan 1 Union collaboration, we're getting double that for this collaboration. So, I mean, that's good. Hopefully a lot of people will be able to get their pairs. I mean, I wouldn't mind a pair of the 4s. It would be my first ever pair of 4s, because I'm still on the hunt for Jordan 4 breads at a good price. But nobody wants to give them to me at that. People want ridiculous money for them. So yeah, it's a very interesting pack. I gave you guys my rating. I'm giving it Jordan 4 off Noirs as number 1, the Guavas as number 2, the Delta Mids at number 3, and the Zoom 92s at number 4. I don't wear that type of silhouette. Like, that type of silhouette is just not my thing. But I want to hear from you guys. Give me your rating. What's number 1, 2, 3, or 4 in this pack? Which do you like? Which do you not like? Are you feeling any of these, or is the color scheme and colorway, it's just not for you? Let me know. I want to hear everything you have to say about it down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to cover upcoming, Jordan Brand releases, Jordan Brand collaborations, or just Nike releases in general, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and a subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned, we have 1 subscriber left to hit our milestone. Hopefully, with your guys' support, we can hit our milestone of 2,600 subscribers before August ends. But that's everything I got to say about it, guys. That is the whole Union LA Jordan Brand collaboration that is releasing in 2020. We will cover the apparel in the next episode. So, until the next Sneaker Talk episode, until the next Streetwear Talk episode, until the next Nike release in general, guys, I'll catch you later.